We are consciousness experiencing itself. This is something that I want to unpack a little bit because it's central to my work, and I feel like whilst to me it is self-evidently the case, it needs some unpacking to be understood. So when I say we are consciousness experiencing itself, I mean we are the absolute, the ultimate. We are pure consciousness, pure awareness, pure love, pure light, pure energy. The source, the essence of life, experiencing itself. And we are all of one essence. We all share this one life. It is the heart of each of our individual selves, the universal core of life. And our individual body-mind entity lives, each one of our individual lives, each life form of the world, or of pure consciousness, is an experience of that totality, is an experience of this totality of love, of life. So we often talk about our lives, but do we realise that our lives are the manifest expressions of one life? So when people say we're all one, this is what they mean. And it gets confusing because it depends where we're identifying with self. So we are all one. It's kind of confusing because there's a collective, we, and there's a singularity, one. So if we're identifying with body, mind, entity, relative time, space, truth, then yes, there's many of us, there's a we in the manifestation, in the experience, as a collective. And yet in the essence, there's a oneness. In the essence, there is no split. Pure consciousness splits into manifest experience in order to learn about itself, to go out into a journey and to come back to the knowledge of itself through the search. That's what's happening in time and space, in the manifest world of all these many life forms. But in essence, pure consciousness is always pure consciousness. This is the timeless realm. And it's not like we are in manifestation and timelessness is somewhere outside of us, although we might imagine that to be true, and in a way it is true. But really, the timeless and the time and space can be eternal, the absence of time, the timeless, and the time-space relative nature of reality, ultimate reality and experiential reality. They are one. They are here and now. And this is where we are. So we are consciousness experiencing itself. This is happening here and now, and it's happening in a time-space journey. Each of us individually is on our own particular journey. Each of us individually is intimately and intricately a part of the whole. And truly, we are this whole, because nothing is separate from this whole. Everything is the experience of this whole. W-H-O-L-E, the whole. Everything is an experience of this. So with that realization, there's no meaningless disconnection. Yes, we do experience that from time to time. We experience connection and disconnection, but we can see with the realization of the whole, W-H-O-L-E, that connection and disconnection exists within oneness. It's all the experience of oneness. And you may say, well, why do we have disconnection? Why can't we just have connection? Well, because in the world of experience, we have to have plus and minus, up and down, subject, object. We have to have separation in order for one part to have an experience of another part. In order for there to be an entity in a world, there needs to be a separation of what's internal and what's external. And this is why oneness seeks an experience of itself. This is why spiritual essence comes into manifest form, so that it can have a play, it can have a dream of itself as separate, to explore itself, to enjoy itself, to learn of itself. And this pure consciousness, which is having an experience of itself, is none other than who we really are. And when we see this, we see our life in the world as a particular pathway that one is choosing to take in the learning and the play of itself. And so no longer is there a sense of meaninglessness, of disconnection. There's this sense of being the extension of pure consciousness, seeking to know itself. As we learn about who we are individually, pure consciousness is learning what it is. So this is happening nowhere else than our own consciousness. This is the beauty. This is the uniqueness and the momentousness of who we are. We are consciousness experiencing itself. What do you want to experience? What do you yearn for? What does your soul seek to achieve in this lifetime? What does your spiritual essence want to manifest as an expression of itself? Your true nature, how is it expressed in the world? This is our opportunity and our responsibility. And as we express who we are, as we fulfill that purpose, we are burning away all the illusions of separation that keep us from knowing our truth. So we have to search, we have to look, we have to explore the nature of reality and self in order to burn away all of the false assumptions that we may have been living by, all of the conditions and conditioning, to realign our nature to the essential nature, to realign our expression of consciousness, our individually configured body-mind identity consciousness, to the essence of consciousness. So we search in time and space until we realise what we are searching for in time and space is here and now. And this is not something that happens just mentally, intellectually. This is the process of being. This is the process of being. And this is what the world is. Consciousness experiencing itself. This is happening here and now in us. Here and now is the timeless, eternal dimension. Time and space is the relative, experiential exploration of that timeless nature. We are all of it here and now. To integrate oneself is to realise the primary nature of self as pure essence, and the secondary nature of self as the experiential time-space realm. The problem in the world now is that it seems most people are identified with the secondary nature of consciousness, mistaking it for the primary, and the primary, the spiritual, has been neglected, and so life doesn't make sense, because life is only true to itself when it's connected to itself. So this is the whole nature of my work. It's about reconnecting to your higher self in order for your individual experiential manifest expression to make sense and feel connected to life, to feel alive with the life that it is. This life that we are, which is pure consciousness, experiencing itself.